My name is Marilyn, coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I love sharing different cards with you each week. So hop on and say hi, as Pam and Stacy are doing. Good to see you here, and let us know where you're watching from. Answer the question along the top, what is your favorite card size to make? It's always interesting because everybody has a different view on what we should be making. I have had a request for something with plaid paper, so I might be looking at that. I don't know how much of that paper I have, but we'll be looking at something that we can do along those lines. And definitely, in my world, it will probably be masculine, although plaid paper definitely is a Christmas thing too. So we'll look at that in the near future. So thank you, Ines, for suggesting that. And I have a few things to show you, and I'm going to do the draw live tonight for whoever commented last week to see who's going to win that card. And that is this card, if you remember, this one that stands up real with the pop-out pieces in the center. So before I get to anything else, I'm going to switch my camera as long as it works. Been having some computer issues, so there's my desktop. You can see it. So good. Hello, Sharon and Gail. Welcome, everyone. Please keep chatting with each other. I will try and keep up with the comments. And if I can't, I will certainly get back to you later when I can see all of them. With YouTube, it does take a little bit of time. Usually I don't see the comments until later tonight or tomorrow morning. So don't panic if I don't get back to you. I will eventually. So you can see in front of me, World Card Making Day, October 4th is coming. Big week this week with Stampin' Up! The new catalog started on the 3rd, yesterday. The online exclusive started. World Card Making Day, which there is a Hearth and Home, I think it's called. It's a kit where you have kind of a desktop caddy with some cards. And everybody, it's free, so everyone can register for it. And if you do, there will be a gift of some sort at the end. So it's certainly worthwhile doing. You can register anywhere from now up until October 3rd. So let me know if you need a link for that. Hi, Kathleen. Thank you for telling me that my link did not work the first time I sent it out. And it is working now. So I see some answers coming on for those questions, for that question, and I see Faye is here, so thank you, Faye, for helping me again. And we will just carry on. Good, I will go back and read what size cards everybody likes, and we'll try to accommodate some of those. So World Card Making Day, October 4th. Please register for that. Online exclusives, some great things there, and we, as demonstrators, quite often talk about this, that a lot of the things in online exclusives are sometimes we think better than in the catalogs. So don't discount those. Look online. There's different bundles, suites, and if there's anything here that you have questions about, let me know, and I can certainly show you a closer picture or whatever with that. Okay, so there's some embellishments. There's some just strictly stamp sets and some bundles. And the catalog, same thing. If you have any questions on it, let me know. Otherwise, I'm not going to go through it. I am receiving cards for a swap that I was in for this and the online, and I will share those in a separate video somewhere along the line. So keep an eye out for that. Great things in here, as always. And of course, recommendation, look from the front. And once you're done that, look from the back, and you might see something different. So again, let me know if there's any questions on that. Now, for the exciting part, I'll try and keep the glare off of this, but I do have everybody's name in here who commented on last week's video, and I thought it might be kind of fun. Well, that's not going to work. Maybe we'll hold it like this, and then when the winner comes up. Thank you, Kathleen. Kathleen says she saw that other demonstrators had problems with that link as well, so it wasn't just me. So good, good. So here is the names. Here are the names that were in for last week's draw. You can see there aren't very many of them, and that's why I keep saying comment. If you're watching, please comment. Whether you just say hello or whether you have other things to say with us and share with us, because then your name's in the draw. So I'm going to hit that button, and round the wheel goes. And Stacy, you are the winner. So I will be sending this card to you. I just double checked, and it does fit in a regular envelope. So that'll be on its way in the next day or two. And I just want to share this one as well, because I happen to have it still here. Is the first one I made, the Halloween one. And not sure if I'll be sending that or just keeping it for reference. So tonight, I have a card with all these pieces. I showed it in one of my posts earlier this week, saying that I wanted to make this card. So I didn't hear people saying, no, you can't, or anything else, so that's what I'm going to do. This obviously is a really old one, because our tulips and the tulip paper, I'm going to say it's probably 4 or 5 years since I made this. But you can put it all together. The back is with designer paper as well. And then you've got all this place to write if you so desire. Hello, Bonnie. Kay, can you comment there or not? I'm not seeing any of your comments. So maybe message me, because I do have my phone here. And if there's something I can do to fix it, I will. But I don't see any comments there. But keep commenting to each other. Great thing. So I'm going to show you how to make this. And then I have another one to show you at the end that I made as a sample. So I thought, rather than type up anything, I'll just give you time to look at these and write down numbers if you so desire. So I have one sheet that's 12 by 5.5, scored at 1, 4.5, and 8. So this is cardstock. I have white. Good, Faye. Thank you. Keep on. White cardstock that I have 12 by 12. And I do have some others, but I thought I'd do white with some of the colors. And then I have one more that is 11 by 5.5, scored at 2.5, 5, and 8. So that's going to make all of these folds when I put it together. Then there are 2 each of these. And I'll try to hold them so you can see if you're taking pictures, screenshots, or if you want to just write them down. 2 at 5 3/8 by 3 7/8. 2 at 5 3/8 by 3 3/8. 2 at 5 3/8 by 2 7/8. And 2 at 5 3/8 by 2 3/8. So that's to have a layer behind the designer paper. And I think it looks really good. It is quite heavy and it is quite thick, but not much more than that one we had last week. So, and then I went to the designer paper, and we have 2 of each of those too. Oh, I've just held them all, or wrote them all on one piece of paper. And how come I only have one of those? Oh, okay. There's 2 designer papers the same size, but 1 of each design. So one, I'll use this one because I messed up the writing on that one. 5 1/4 by 3 3/4, 5 1/4 by 3 1/4, 5 1/4 by 2 3/4, and 5 1/4 by 2 1/4. So if you cut all of those, you're ready to go. I'm going to start by folding and attaching these 2. Linda can't figure out how to comment. Anyone on the the screen able to give Linda some instruction. I told her last week, after the fact, that I thought you had to be signed into YouTube to comment. And I know, I didn't see Betty on here yet, but I know she somehow streams the video part to her TV, and then she can comment on her phone. Faye, I know you were doing that at one point where you were signed in, but you were commenting on your phone. If there's any help anyone can give Linda, whether private message or just on screen, much appreciated. Because we'd like to have you chatting with us, Linda, and I know you've done it before, so I don't know what the issue might be there. And we can try one. Okay, so Linda, somebody, Pam is confirming that yes, you have to be signed into to YouTube to be able to comment. So that would be, make sure you are that. So once I've got this all folded, I can fold it either way, but this 1-inch piece here is where I'm going to join them. And I am going to use tear and tape, just because I think it's a little bit better. And keep chatting. Let me know if you've ever made a card like this before. I honestly don't know, other than a concertina. We were talking about this in my team meeting yesterday, about a concertina card, and I think we all agreed that that's what this would be called too. So I did make another one, and I've got another idea for a concertina card with, I'm going to say, pop-up flags, really. I made it to give the nursing staff a couple years ago when Dennis was in the hospital. When we were leaving, I wanted to give them a special card, and I put the letters "thank you" across it, and it turned out really well. So I'll do something like that. But so there is my, and of course now I've got to refold some the other way. But there's what I need. You can see maybe the different layers, and now all we have to do is decorate it. So I'm going to start by, one of these is for the back. So Ines, late again. All the measurements, Ines, I gave at the beginning. So when the replay's up, you can certainly watch to get the measurements. Otherwise, there's 2 of each of these sizes. And yes, I probably, I'm going to turn that around because I got the join on this side. Just make sure that I've got everything before I start gluing anything. But I see that I have my join there, so I want it at the back. So I'm going to have to hold that again. There. And because white is thinner than regular cardstock, I've just folded that. Well, I did use the bone folder to begin with, but I don't want to. I can see it starting to actually come apart there. So so then what I did was I'm just going to leave these laying here and put my colors on. I decided I wanted the flowered ones, I believe. I need a bigger desk. No, that's not the way I wanted it. Because what I plan to decorate with is big flowers. So I'm going to move these and just do them this way. I know you can't see it totally, but bear with me. And keep chatting as you can on there. Let us know how things are going. If you're having a good September, seeing as we just got started, I'm sure some of you might still be dealing with school things, whether you're a teacher or whether you're getting kids to school. I heard that my 3 grandkids that are still in school all made it to the first day and had a good day, so that was good. So let us know how that went for you. And what are your plans for September? I know lots of gardening still happening, and I don't know if there's anybody. There's Marie. Having trouble getting on tonight. Too bad. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. I was just going to say, Marie, I know you were gardening lots last week when we chatted, and I was watching the Salisbury greenhouse, I think it is, that's on Global that we watch, and they were saying how there's still, well, the guy I watched said 2 months of gardening happening yet. I kind of doubt that because this morning or tomorrow, I think, it's supposed to be 4 degrees here. So I think that people's gardens will be slowing down for sure. So on these, I have left just a 1/16 of an inch border, a small border, because I like that. And really, if you do that, you don't need a lot of decorations. I'll show you the other sample I did at the end is I used just the, what are they called? Mix and match, the punch out words. I just opened my card and laid a bunch on there and thought, okay, I like that, I like that, I like that. And away you go. Today, share what you've been working on, if you've been crafting or whatever. Please and thank you. I went through my designer paper yesterday, as I do usually on the first of the month, to determine what is in last chance list, what is already retired, and of course I had quite a bit. And I also needed sympathy cards, so that's what I did today. I made, and I will show them to you afterwards, I made a dozen sympathy cards. And I had watched Mary Nabby, and I'll just explain what she did because I thought, what a great idea. And out of my retired paper, I was also able to make some envelopes, which has been a great benefit to help me use up that designer paper. So I'm just alternating these. I was going to explain what Mary did. She said she took a 12 by 12 paper, cut it in half, so you've got 6 by 6, and then she cut 3/4 of an inch off the bottom. And in her case, she was able to put the 4 by 5 1/4 on her card base that she had ready prior to, and then turn the 3/4 inch slice, I'm going to call it, and turn it over and put it across for a design, and then put her greeting on. In my case, which I'll show you when I show you those cards, the reverse side would not have been indicative for a sympathy card, so I put my extra 3/4 inch on the inside of the cards. So, okay, there is my base. Now I will burnish it. Oh, Marie, good, your garden's cleaned up. Good for you. And this one is going to go on the back, just to, oh shoot, I did it again. Somebody didn't remind me. And I don't know if I can get it apart. When I did the last one, I did the same, oh, there, okay. I need to put ribbon in. I have a 20-inch piece of ribbon. I don't have white, but this was close. And, okay. Sorry, whoever's getting this one. It might have a little bump on it. But this does go on the back. And you know what? I didn't even pay attention to that to see if there was an upside and a downside for this designer paper. Whoops. And then, basically, need this to be equal if possible. And it will end up being tied together. So, my idea for decorating this card was perhaps to use some of this. I don't know if you've seen these. These are metallic texture rub-ons, which, if I could find the opener, there it is, are on page 124 of the annual catalog. And they are rub-ons. So, what do you think? Should I put some on? Gold or silver? Ooh. Okay. Tell me in the comments, because there's sheets of either of them. Ooh, and they're kind of glaring in the lights. So, and the other thing, when I bought this floral charm paper, I also bought this, which was an extra sheet, and they are stick-ons. They are sticky, and that was my thought. Okay, I don't want to, I see gold, silver. So I will use gold. I will put something on there. But I also want to put some of these on and use some of the words. So they don't match perfect. Well, they do match the paper, but not everything. So in my world, I'm thinking I will put something like this on one of these. A bigger flower like that would have to go on here, on the bigger one. So let's get started with that. And I was amazed when I realized that these are actually stickers. So I can just do that. Then I'm going to take this. I think maybe, how big is that? Maybe I can take just this. You see, you just cut whatever piece you want. And then it does peel off quite easily. And you can place that. Should have put that on before if I'm going to put it there. Maybe I'll just put it up here. And I took somewhere in this mess, I have and there are golden stars and a little bit of, can you see that? Isn't that pretty? So you could put that on anything. So just wanted to show that to you. And now I'm going to take this sticker. And yeah, there's so many different ways you can do this, but I'm thinking that this is working, and I should have some kind of words up here at the front. As in bloom brightly, don't talk, dream big, and then that one, I'm going to just take this other one that's similar and put it on there. Maybe this one, whoops. Have you ever done this? Just kind of create on the fly. I want that one. Maybe that one can go there. And one more, just because it's here. And as always, if you can't place it straight, place it crooked. And then there's room on the back to write. So now, when it, what are the stickers called? I don't have that envelope here, Yvonne, but it's part of this floral charm. If you go to floral charm, in the, I'm going to say the online. Anyway, that number is 166125. And if you're there, it will probably come up with, you know how they're grouping them now when they're in a bundle, or this wasn't a bundle. This was a separate purchase, but it's just a one sheet, and I took it out and put it in with the designer paper. So hopefully that helps you. So that is my multi-folded card, and you know what? I'm thinking that we should have, I don't think we need anything on the flowered sections, but what about one of this? Actually, there's others. Let me look for a minute. No, that one's too big. There's two different designs. Oh, I suppose that one's too big even. Would have been nice if I'd have put that on in between. I'm going to see if it's too big. Well, that one goes anyway. I'm going to put it on and see. There. Whoa, piece of the gold come off. Where did I have it? I had that. And it might be over there a little bit, but I think I can use my bone folder as well as this card that I used before and see if that worked. Oh, then I can push it down even afterwards. Oh, I like. You like? That really sets it off. And I see now that I should have been paying attention to where those were placed for when it was folded. So do as I say, not as I did. I did not think of that when I was doing it. And I will show you what my other one looked like. And I guess the ribbon kind of hides that part. Anyway, so there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed that and saw a few things that you haven't seen before. Those gold rub-ons are in the main catalog, the annual catalog. So this was the first one, the one with the tulips. This is the one from tonight that someone will win. This is another one I made with, and look at, I got that one over there too. Different designer paper. You might recall this paper. It had gold and white, and I just put these on from Memories and More kind of thing and tied it with the gold ribbon. And then I have, so those are the 3 Accordion Concertina cards. Hope you like them. Let me know what you would use for designer paper and embellishments. I'd love to hear more because we can always make more of them. While I show you, first of all, the sympathy cards I talked about. I thought they turned out wonderful. So there's my little 3/4 inch piece inside, and made some envelopes with what I had left of the big sheets, and I have 12 sympathy cards ready to put in my stash. Then I have my team swaps. This is from Heidi, and it's really a unique design, and I haven't quite figured out how she did it, so I might have to get her to come and teach a class or something. Can you see that? It's got diamond shapes and whatever. Heidi is one of Bonnie's downlines, so maybe you know that one, Bonnie. Pam says anything between you pop. Yes. This one's from Linda. Great fussy cutting of this paper and coloring of that. Thank you, Linda. Great card. Haven't seen your comments yet, so I guess you haven't figured out that, but maybe next time. This one is from Lori. Again, love the almost monochromatic, and she's got some embossing on here. This one is from Sharon. Many layers with designer paper again. Great use of that paper, Sharon. And that was it for this month. This stamp set is in the mini catalog. It's a $1 million stamp set by Sharon Armstrong. And I was showing, I've got a post going up about this, showing just stamping, plain. I think it looks great. But then how it looks stepped up when you do an embossing folder over top of it. So same idea. Another one with just designer paper and your words on the front. And this one, I think I showed you the pieces of it last week, but I finished the card with just cutting 1-inch strips and laying them out. And I wanted a little bit of the vanilla on the outer side, so I just put little strips in there before I put the gold thread over it and the envelope. So that's my things for tonight. So hopefully that's given you some inspiration to make some cards, share them, send them. Keep doing that. Any questions, be sure and let me know. If you don't have a catalog and you're in Canada and don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to help you out. I can get one in the mail to you, and then you can enjoy all these wonderful things like the rest of us do. Take care, keep in touch, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Bye now.